Life is comparable to a dream in the sense that you spend most of your time thinking. Notwithstanding, thought and emotion are a mere projection of life, not, not life in itself. What you need to realize about your head and heart, in other words, your thought and emotion, is that they travel in one and the same direction. Whereas thoughts are dry and come in rapid fire, emotions are sappy, take their time to marinate. However, are the juicier portions of the same thoughts. Given you can't think negative thoughts about a person for an extended period of time without having your emotions follow in the same direction. So dreams have to do with your thoughts and emotions, the psychological aspects of you, which are not reality. You need to differentiate between your psychological drama and your existential reality. 90% of dreams are comparable to ejaculation. They are just a releasing of one's wanton desire. The other 10% of dreams may be helpful, yeah, particularly when they have to do with one, i.e., your health issues, and two, tantra, which opens pockets of memory within yourself. Painful, however, they may be. What you dream in tantra mode, you would then go on to realize. That is to bring them into reality. Unfortunately, we live in a society that discriminates. My younger brother merited a scholarship to go abroad and study, only to have it taken away by one Ministry of Education executive, namely I.E. Sanchez, by which time my brother had already, now deceased, but had already gotten his student visa, which was while I was employed at the U.S. Embassy at the time. Yeah, years later, I've had the privilege to manage the scholarship desk, responsible for sending students abroad to study, to specialize and earn their degrees, by which time society at large had become skeptical, thinking that it was a privilege only for the select few to get scholarships. I created a database with the emails of their emails and of all interested parties, and in the scholarships. And so, as the opportunities came, the information I disseminate to them. The criteria were that they be resilient, sufficiently hungry. They could be D students, but they had to be hungry and not default on the scholarships. That's all. As what I'm saying is, look, if somebody can get something at the first, with the first pass, and you're a D student, then you just need to work harder and work harder until you get it. That's what I'm saying. The criteria were that they be resilient, sufficiently hungry, and not default on the scholarships. That's all. So as you sojourn through life, you must neither look up to anyone nor look down on anyone. Rather see people for who they are. You're neither better than nor worse. You are an individual, and as such indivisible, one of a kind. In essence, and in conclusion regarding dreams, you always need to distinguish between your view of the world, the psychological and philosophical aspects, and the reality, such as your existential reality, which never changes. Reality never changes. It's what exists. God, creation, and your life are real. You, for example, may be heavily vested in your body and mind, the psychological aspects of you, things which are outside yourself. For you are neither your body nor mind, They only belong to you. Whatever belongs to you cannot be you. You are a spirit being at the core who only became life when God breathed life into you. You are the breath of God. You come like an onion, layered with 5 sheets of body, one inside the other, your physical, mental, energy layers, and then inside of which you have your transient body. That ghost, that's the ghost some people see when they fail to properly dispose of the remains of their deceased loved ones. And inside of that, then, you're at the core, you're a spirit being. A spirit, as you know, is non-physical. Never psych yourself. Always tell yourself the truth. That way you'll be able to keep your wits about you and never shatter your nerves. That's how you'll be able to sit in stillness, physically and mentally, by looking into a plain mirror. Neither be an optimist nor pessimist. You don't need to be any of those. Just be a realist, for God is real, and so is creation. And hopefully so are you. Keep it real. If you have to invent reality, if you have to find it in a book, then it's a darn lie. You don't invent. Truth and reality are related in that truth is something you come to realize for yourself. It's when you go, now I got it. For example, some people think that time it travels when it does not. Time is on a steady 24-hour rotation. It's you who does the traveling. Time is a three-dimensional layer of the same event. Past, present, and future. This message that I'm delivering now is in the present, will soon be past. It was future when I was drafting it. Time and space are only relevant in this created universe. Time as well as gravity are consequences of creation. Creation is being held in the palm of God's hand by the mere force of gravity. Everything in the created universe comes with a date of birth and date when it'll expire. At the top, at the top is their ceiling, given they are unable to make choices. So all other creatures come with two lines, top and bottom. You only come with a bottom line. Human beings. A dog, all a dog or tree wants is to become a full-fledged dog or tree. That's all they can hope for. And you should want to become a full-fledged human being. But in addition, you're able to make choices. You have an intellect. Would you ask a dog what it wants to be? How ridiculous would that be? Human beings come with the same bottom line, date of birth and date of expiration. However, they don't have a ceiling. They can grow and expand limitlessly if they grow beyond their reptilian brain, which the dog in survival mode uses to pee on every darn light post, setting boundaries as it establishes its pee kingdom. You cannot grow beyond boundaries. I am saying that human beings don't have a top line, no ceiling. They are able to grow and expand limitlessly. Given with evolution, they have the cerebral cortex wherein lies the intellect. The intellect is the opposite of the reptilian brain, which the reptilian brain likes boundaries. The intellect despises them. It wants to grow and expand limitlessly. Life is an expedition, and your intellect is your tool for exploration. You should neither live in the past, such as to spend time dwelling on your great-great-grandmother. The past is already gone. You can't no longer do anything about it. Nor should you spend your time becoming preoccupied with fear of what may or may not happen in the future. That's a waste of your existential reality, waste of your karma choices. Your life, which is different from your lifestyle, is your existential reality. Your allotted time upon the face of the earth. Life is all that you have, outside of which you came with nothing and will leave with nothing. Therefore, it is wise for you to use your time to consciously do that which is prudent for you and yours, and to create whatever you want to see happen in the world. Therefore, let it be so. Yeah, go. Iterala. Kaya sisa ya. Ayo.